Today's fairy tale is called The Dirt Boy, and it's about a boy who's made out of dirt, and the day is saved by a swift kick to the balls. It's a folktale from Japan recorded in the 1960s. There's a very lazy man and his wife, and they're just covered in dirt all the time because they're lazy and they don't clean themselves. So eventually they're so old that they're like, we're never gonna have kids biologically, so let's make one out of dirt. So they do. They take the dirt specifically from their bodies, rub it all off, make a doll out of it, and the doll comes to life and is their son, and they name him Dirt Boy. Turns out Dirt Boy is a hearty eater. It says that if you gave him 2 quarts of rice, he'd eat it all, and if you gave him 4 gallons of rice, he would eat it all. He grows up really big and strong, but the mom and dad are stressing because they can't feed him. One day, Dirt Boy is like, "It's cool, parents, I will set off on my own. Just make me an 800-pound walking stick, and I'll be off." And they do. Or they get a blacksmith too. It's made of iron. Dirt Boy goes on his travels, and he meets this man who's the strongest man in the world. He's carrying an entire temple on his back, but our dude just kind of pokes it with his stick, and the whole thing splinters into pieces. And the dude's like, "What the hell?" Strongman attacks Dirt Boy, but Dirt Boy hits him with the stick, and he ends up on the top of a pine tree, and he's like, "Help, help, I can't get down." And so Dirt Boy's like, "Well, do you surrender to me?" And he's like, "Okay. In fact, if you let me down, I will follow you as your squire or retainer, and I'll be your man." So he helps him down, they continue on their way. Then they come across this huge man breaking rocks with his hands in a quarry, and the dude throws a rock at Dirt Boy, but Dirt Boy just blows and splinters the rock into a million pieces. They fight, and he also ends up joining Dirt Boy as one of his men. The 3 of them come to a new town, and they see this beautiful girl who is sobbing, and Dirt Boy goes up to her, and he's like, "What are you crying about?" She says, "The first day of every month, this terrible Bakemono, or some kind of horrible monster, comes and takes one girl from the town who is sacrificed to him, and today is my day to be taken, so I'm crying." Dirt Boy is like, "Don't worry, we'll take care of that." The girl lives in a mansion, so they go in the mansion with her, and he tells all the servants to put her in this brass chest, and then he sits in front of the brass chest that she's hiding inside and guards it. The monster appears and calls from outside, "Where is my bride? If she's run away, I'm gonna catch her and eat her." First, the strong temple guy goes out to fight him, but the Bakemono just swallows him whole. The rock-breaking guy goes out and attacks him too, but again, picks him up with the tips of his fingers and just swallows him whole. So finally, Dirt Boy's like, "All right, it's my turn." He fights the monster with that iron stick, but eventually the monster gets the iron stick and starts to twist it, so our dude just throws it away. They fought and fought until it began to look dangerous for Dirt Boy, who knew he would have to do something, so he suddenly kicked the Bakemono right in the testicles, which were as big as 4 toe or 16-gallon sake barrels. Says the Bakemono, strong though he was, had been hit in a vital spot. So he blows the other 2 men, the strong guy and the rock guy, out his nostril and then falls over dead. The people in the mansion rush out and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you saved us, you saved us. What do you want as a reward?" They say they actually just want to eat. So the people use a 20-gallon kettle, usually used for hemp, and they fill it with rice and cook rice for him. After they eat, the people are like, "We really want to give you something else, so please take our daughters in marriage." They give our main dude, the oldest daughter, the one who was supposed to be sacrificed that day. The other 2 get her sisters. Then Dirt Boy brings his father and mother to that village to live in wealth with him, and he takes good care of them the rest of their lives like a good son. Darn good thing they decided to make him out of dirt that one day. As always, check out my book, A Reimagining of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and my podcast. All the links are in my bio.